get ready when okay, I'm on him. Stop.
The Syndicate is brought to you by Howa, Hornady, Do All Outdoors, Banded, Realtree, Nico Sterling, Banded Gear, Legacy Sports, and the National Guard.
Opening morning here, 2011 Henry's Hunt. We're heading out this morning with Mike Kinney. Kaylin's guiding him. They're on a monster buck. They seen him yesterday morning. They didn't turn him up last night, so hopefully we can turn him up again this morning and get him pounded.
We're in for a treat this week, Mike. Mule deer, Henry Mountain Range, Utah, Doyle Moss from Mossback Outfitters. When you hear the name Doyle Moss, you automatically think about big mule deer and big elk. I mean, the pictures that we've seen, the video that we've seen from the last 5 years, I mean, the guy's just got it going on. He's a good friend of ours here at the Syndicate. I know you're getting ready to go on a hunt with him here in the next 2 years, I think you said. But myself, I haven't seen mule deer the size that we're getting about to see on the hoof. I don't think I ever have. I mean, this has got to be an amazing feeling for these hunters that are getting to join Doyle down there in the Henry Mountain Range. So tell us just a little bit about what you know about these individuals that are getting to experience this. One of them's without snow, one of them's in the snow, one of them's at a higher elevation than the other one. But one thing's consistent, and that's the size of the bone that these guys are getting. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Doyle's just the man when it comes to Western big game hunting and the animals that he harvests every year for his hunters. He's just, I mean, he's just a great hunter.
He's very consistent in the animals they get. They're great animals every single year.
If you're a Western big game hunter, you got Doyle Moss, Mossback Outfitters, Henry Mountain Range, Giant Mule Deer of Utah. I'm excited to check out this clip.
Oh, me too.
What kind of buck is it?
He's got, if you see, he's wide, big old giant beams that come out just like this. He's got a big split, short twos. He's got big splits on the ends of both beams that actually have splits inside of them. Then he's got a giant G extra on his G4.
Yeah.
Cheaters coming in. Okay, Mike, right there on that hillside where you got that little draw going up through that little swell, that big pile of rocks on just the right-hand side of it. See him just
I got him. I got him now. I got him.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Let him get a little more broadside. Oh, he's perfect right there. Okay.
If you hit him again, probably better do another. Oh,
running
that one killed him for sure, Mike. He is done. He is done.
Hey!
Woo!
Good. Good job. Thanks,
Nice
Caleb.
job, buddy. Nice job. Smoking
Big
there.
buck.
That worked out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 8:30 opening morning and we are done. I like it. It'd be close.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, 11 by 12.
It's an awesome buck.
Problem with shooting a big deer like this, So you got to get a bigger one. You're not going to have to go a ways to do that, are they?
35-inch 11 by 12 ain't bad.
No.
As you can see on this clip, opening day, Henry Mountains, Utah. Got Mike Kenny as a hunter, and we got our film crew there, and we got Kalen Lemon and Reed, the guides, and they start out before daylight, 2 hours before daylight, and they start hiking up the mountain. They knew where the buck was, you know, from the night before, and they were hoping he was in the same position that next morning. So they got up there, you know, just before daylight, started walking in the dark, and got in position, and the buck was there. And as you can see, Mike makes a great shot on this buck.
There's not much else in the world that could get a man's heart beating that early in the morning. I can only name about 3 or 4 things.
Yeah.
And 2 of them are things that I could say on TV. But this is what waking up with a heartbeat is all about right here.
Become a fan at facebook.com/Syndicate Hunting. The search for the ultimate knee boot has ended. Years of dealing with sweaty, cold, uncomfortable feet inspired us to build something innovative, entirely new, and better. Our Shed's technology allows your feet to breathe, but also keeps your feet warm, dry, and totally waterproof. The boot is shielded with an iron-tough exterior to withstand any outdoor conditions you may experience. No matter the situation, your feet will be comfortable. The ultimate knee boot from Banded. Get it today.
Most advanced ammunition in the world, Superformance from Hornady. Up to 200 feet per second faster than any conventional ammunition. Flatter trajectories and more downrange energy from every rifle. Superior accuracy with no increase in felt recoil. Superformance ammunition from Hornady. It is rocket science.
Today's ultimate hunting value by Howa. The infamous Howa 1500 Precision Barrel in action. Without a doubt, the best value for today's hunter. Accurate and affordable. Howa Talon with Blackhawk recoil reduction stock. Howa Hogue package combos. Get a grip. Get the Hogue over mold advantage. Howa Axiom with Blackhawk recoil reduction stock. Envied by many, borrowed by some, and second to none. Howa.
This morning, Doyle and I got up the mountain and got out of the truck before daylight and started down in the canyon in hopes to find a couple of the bucks that Doyle's been seeing, and did a lot of glassing, hiked a long ways, seen some good deer, but nothing that we're looking for, so we're headed back out for the evening hunt in hopes of finding one of the good bucks, and hopefully we can get on them and get a shot or bedding for morning.
I fell in way over my head, in love with a woman who knows how to knock a man dead. She's dressed to kill, she's out of my...
Hey, so Kalen just called us on the radio. He's got what it sounds like a good buck, has a few extras on him and whatnot. We'll head over there, check it out, see what up.
We just got out getting ready to go and see if this is the buck. Let's hope it's him and let's get it done tonight.
Big buck. Sneak in and see what he is. The buck we're looking for is right on the other side of this oak. We're gonna see what he is.
Tonight we'll be headed back to camp and have some good stories put together, and hopefully we'll pray and to the deer gods, and maybe we'll be able to find something good.
Yeah, I mean, it's terrible when you're in a unit and you're just saying junk 180, junk 190. Hell, he passed up a 203 buck that I don't know, we might have had another hunter killed tonight. We're not even sure yet. We'll see.
I guess I'm too picky. But that's what mossback gets.
I know I'm learning from this big game mule deer from all of y'all, but if you talking about a boy from Mississippi, what are you waiting on to shoot this? Y'all would have had to pull my bullets away. Everything's coming out of my gun, dead deer.
Well, Doyle would have had to take my bullets on this deer because I would have been shooting this buck. I mean, this is a giant mule deer. I mean, they're passing some awesome bucks up to this point before they see this deer, and I can see why, because you are in one of the.
I can't.
How much confidence do you have to have in your guide to pass a deer? Like, when they nickname this mule deer Moose.
That's what
you
I was
don't
gonna
nickname
say.
a mule deer Moose unless he looks like a moose. And 215, 220, I don't care if he's 205, I don't care if he's 195. I live in mule deer country. I grew up in mule deer country, and this deer should be on the ground.
But you're in a premier area. It's a totally different.
What do you mean a premier area? Just because it says Henry's on it? There's a candy bar called O. Henry.
Yeah,
it ain't a premier
but
candy
when
bar.
But when you're hunting in the Henrys, you're
what? All of a sudden you become the supreme
no,
being.
But your expectations go up.
Well, how can your expectations not settle for a 215-inch mule deer named Moose?
Boom! You got a picture on a trail cam.
I know, but we
got a picture of a trail cam.
We just load it up. Keep pulling that trigger. Load it up. Keep pulling that trigger.
Become a fan at facebook.com/Syndicate Hunting.
We woke up, planned on waking up at 5:30 this morning, and woke up to a snowstorm down at camp. It wasn't too cold, raining, no snow on the ground, and as we came up the mountain, tons of snow. Seen a lot of deer this morning, hoping maybe turn up one of the big bucks, and it was really foggy, so we couldn't see up where the buck that we're after was. So we drove around for a little bit, and the fog cleared and lifted, and the big buck was right where we left him last night.
If you're in this unit, which is one of the premier units in Utah, I mean,
Obviously.
you know
the
that
deer
the
looks
bucks-
like an elk, Mike.
They call it moose.
But if you know that there's a bigger buck than that in that area,
what is
wouldn't
it?
you hold out for it?
What's it called? God?
I would.
Well, maybe you can name it whatever you
Whatever
want.
you want.
I wouldn't date Christy Brinkley because I think that Cindy Crawford was interested in me.
Very good point.
Come on.
Very good
Let's
point.
get real here. This is a big deer.
Kit, you ready for the adventure of a lifetime? Let's go.
Couldn't cross the cornrows, I lost my can of scope. From the dash of my pickup truck, trying to make it to my favorite fishing hole. Yeah, the boys had the cooler of beer packed tighter than a can of old sardines. And all we thought to bring to eat was crackers and hoop cheese.
Right now I just checked my watch, we're just at 11,200 feet right now. I think we gotta go to the peak, just over 12,000 feet, and then drop down. We've been looking at this buck all week long. Keep passing him. Doyle's got 2 or 3 other bucks that are just absolute giants. But this morning we looked at Moose and just said there's no way, we can't pass him no more.
Me and the boys having good Mississippi times. Yeah, me and the boys having good Mississippi times.
So we've been up in here for about 2 hours now waiting. We got one little clearing. The shot's about 580 yards, so we actually had Kit do a couple dry fires on the buck. And before we could get a live round in the gun, the fog set back in, so now we're just kind of, it's a waiting game again right now. We got the spotters down below kind of telling us when we got clearings coming up. So just waiting for the fog to clear. Hopefully he's still at 580 and we'll pound him.
Gotta do something to keep warm.
Guys, we're doing laps to stay warm. It's freezing cold up here. Yesterday was 50 degrees, just really windy. The storm come in at about 11 o'clock last night, still hasn't lifted. Hopefully the buck's still over there on the other ridge. But, I mean, there's nothing we can do. Sit up here, hope for the best, try staying warm. We got us a nice little racetrack. Doing laps right now for times. Seeing who's gonna set the pole this weekend over here at the Henry's 500. Little cotton ball action with some Vaseline. It's freezing. We've been sitting on this buck for almost 3 hours now. We decided to start a fire. It's about 6:30. We only got about a half hour light. We gotta try making a move, see if we can get on this bucks. The storm's not letting up for us at all, so we're gonna move down, see if we can get on him. If not, we're gonna have to come back tomorrow and finish this.
Running out of daylight.
Alright, we just got back to the trucks. Spent the whole day up on the mountain. As you seen the footage, we had a fire and stayed warm. Great day. Got a chance to see the buck, but just couldn't get it done with the fog rolling in and out. So we're gonna call it a night, go have some dinner, and be back here tomorrow. And we're not giving up on this guy. We're gonna get him before the show's over.
Become a fan at facebook.com/Syndicate Hunting.
7 o'clock, day 6 of the hunt, day 2 for moose. Yesterday was kind of a bad day. We thought we had a chance at him, but we got fogged in. So today, crystal clear, we're trying to locate him, and then we're gonna put the stock on, hike in there and kill him. So it should be a lot better day today, and we should have a deer down.
We got all these mossback guys here. We was trying to find this moose buck. Well, I rolled in here a little late, and I was just sitting there finishing my coffee, and they couldn't dig him up, so I grabbed my scope, went out and set it up. Bam, there's the buck. So anyway, they're all excited now, and we're gonna go try and get him killed and finish my coffee.
Okay, last day of the hunt. Perfect conditions, clear, cold, and what deer y'all look? What deer are they looking for?
Moose.
Same deer we've been. Anyway, and they find him, and on this last day, they've been Jenny Craiging it up and down the mountain, losing weight, and passing on this deer 4 or 5 times. Now they collectively say, "Hey, that's the deer we want," right?
They decide to go shoot him. Yes.
Is he?
No.
Oh,
what do you mean no?
He's
Snow
broke.
froze his horns off.
Yeah, no.
No,
See, that's
he's
snowstorm
broke.
God.
He's broke.
Broke. So
Broke.
technically, well, let me just clarify this for a second. So technically, if you would have gone with me and Mr. Belding's option from number 1, back when we were ready to tag out, 15 minutes into the first day, you'd have 25, 30 inches more haul?
Yes.
Oh.
But he still had everything. I mean, when we seen him when we had the crosshairs on him, he was still all intact. So it can't be too,
Well, we got enough guys. We can all kind of backtrack. And are you okay killing a broken buck?
Yeah.
You fixing it back up?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It'll look just as good on the wall. Taxidermist fix it up.
Nobody will ever know the
I don't
difference.
care, no. People that seen it for right now for it's mounted might see it, but he's a big deer. And his big side's not broke.
Yeah, that's what's cool.
Reed's got it. Okay, I'm on him. Stop.
Got him. Perfect. Perfect shot. Perfect shot. Good shot, kid.
Woo!
Nice, buddy. Good shooting.
I knew I held right on him the first time.
Hey, that is gonna be sexy right there, man.
Thank you guys so much.
Nico!
Man, he just pounded a giant, huh?
Old moose buck.
Oh. Oh my gosh!
Dude, look at this big long extra we never. Giant. Way freaking wide.
Gosh!
Kit, tell us a little bit. What do you think of the bucks? You've been here for 4 or 5 days now. You've been looking at all the deer. You've been getting the pictures during the summer and everything else. And now you finally are sitting behind a huge deer.
Like I said, all summer I've been so excited since my uncle gave me the tag to be able to do this. I've bugged Corey and Doyle all summer long for pictures, and they've seen some monster deer. And
there was a couple typical frames that I really liked that we were hunting after, just wasn't able to turn them up. But the story behind this and the hunt behind this buck is just awesome. This buck is way bigger than I ever expected. He definitely grew when he hit the dirt, and I'm super happy right now to be holding this deer and to be taking him home with me. So it's been great.
This has got to be the heaviest buck we killed, at least on the one side, right?
Right, he has 24 inches of mass on his left
24
side.
24 and a half, yeah.
And he's, if he broke his antler last night. I mean, we seen him yesterday intact. So he broke it last night. We have tons of video of him. We've added that into his score, and we have him right at 232. Just an amazing deer. To pass that up, being our number 6 deer on the Henrys this week is just phenomenal.
Moose is still moose, and even though he broke, that's a chance you take when you're hunting trophy mule deer. I mean, it's preseason.
I agree. We disagree. What I love about this week is that Doyle Moss and Mossback got our emotions so high. We're sitting on leather couches and we're watching this footage take place in Utah, and my heart's still beating. I mean, because this is what gets me fired up about people that know what they're doing in the outdoors and take it so serious. Doyle knows what he's doing. He had the confidence in himself, his guides, his operation, the area of Henry, and look, it paid off. And Kid had a heck of a hunt. And congratulations to him. Deer. All I'm saying is, Doyle, if you want somebody to come up there and shoot that deer 2 days before so you can go hang out with your wife, call me.
Or me.